Well, welcome back to Morning Break with this live look outside through our Velmark Savannah Riverfront sky cam. A little bit of cloud cover out there this morning, but it is still warm. It's June in Savannah. It's going to be that way, but awfully nice looking out there for now. Well, from her work with the federal government to now leading one of our largest local nonprofits, the new president and CEO of the United Way of the Coastal Empire is continuing her efforts and passion to support children, families, and communities. Kimberly Waller assumed leadership of the United Way earlier this month. We are excited to have her in studio with us this morning and to introduce her to a lot of the communities she will be serving. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, I'm doing great, thank you.
And welcome and congratulations. What
you.
A wonderful position, and couldn't find a better person to lead it than you.
I appreciate that so much. I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, you come with a very diverse, impressive background, most recently with the Department of Health and Human Services.
Yes.
Just what are your thoughts on the United Way, first from the outside before you took the position,
Yeah.
and now that you're getting to see it up close?
I love that question. So I moved here about 3 years ago, but have been splitting time between here and Washington, D.C., as you mentioned, serving as an appointee in the Department of Health and Human Services. And I think maybe I lived here for 72 hours before I got my first outreach from the United Way of the Coastal Empire. The reach that we have and the commitment that we have to engaging community members and the commitment that our community members have to engage with us is something that I immediately noticed from the outside of the United Way of the Coastal Empire. Joining, it's even more than I ever thought. Being able to meet, community members. I talk a lot with my team about one of the things that I loved about learning about the mission and vision is mobilizing the caring power of our community. And since joining, I've been thinking a lot about what that means to the organization, what that means to me. And it's donors, it's community-based organizations that do this work every day. They do the hard work every day to support our region. It's business leaders, it's community leaders, it's our volunteers, it's our staff. I mean, it is this work, we can't do it alone. And this is an incredible organization and an example of what it really means to do this as a community.
Right. It's getting out into communities, seeing them firsthand, serving them firsthand, which is directly in line with pretty much everything you've done for the last couple of decades.
Yes, absolutely. And that was one of the things, in my last job, served in the Department of Health and Human Services and spent, of course, a lot of time in Washington, D.C., but one of my favorite things about that job was traveling across the country and being in communities, getting to meet community leaders, getting to meet community-based organizations. That's where the work is getting done. That's where the innovation is. That's where the passion is. That's where change is made. So I'm thrilled to be here, to be part of that network of leaders and change makers here in this region.
So you're 4 weeks in. You described it as drinking from a fire hose right off the start.
Yes.
That just shows just how much the United Way does in so many places.
Yes.
You must be so excited to get out, do that work, and to serve all of those communities.
Absolutely. And, I've been thrilled by the time I've had to be able, in 4 weeks, to be able to meet so many of our partners. And it's been really fun to hear people's why. Why do they love the United Way of the Coastal Empire? Why do they commit to this work? Why do they volunteer? Why do they donate? And it's really around the essential services around direct service and safety net. We know that many individuals in our community are close or at the brink of experiencing something that could lead to some serious instability, and being able to provide that safety net and have that available is essential. But then also having that upward mobility and access to services and supports that ensure that every community resident not only has what they need to survive, but to thrive. And I've heard that consistently as a why, and it's just, it inspires me and humbles me to be in this role and just keep driving the work forward.
Yeah, it is really one of the greatest agencies that we have in our area. It serves so many people, and so many people value the United Way. I congratulate you once again, and look forward to the great work that you're going to do there.
I look forward to it too.
Helping people in the Coastal Empire and just getting the United Way message out there and doing all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Kimberly,
Thank you for having me. Absolutely.
Opera with improv when Morning Break